Espachan Garcia. You are my coworkers at Thompson Management LLC, a commercial real estate company, and I'm going to explain why Christmas lights are important. So, in order to explain why Christmas lights are important, I'm going to explain the 3 important things that you have to do when a tenant calls in with a concern. The 3 things are listen, act, and leave them satisfied. So a little background. We received a call from an angry tenant demanding that we put up Christmas lights. She didn't give much background, and she followed the call with an email asking for the parking lot to be paved, flowers to be put in, and more fish to be put in the decorative ponds. Why are Christmas lights important? Is anyone?
They're pretty.
Pretty?
Puts you in the holiday mood.
Puts you in a holiday mood? I'll answer this at the end of the presentation. So, when a tenant calls in, the first thing that you have to do is listen. Many people hear, but they don't listen. In order to effectively listen, you can't have any preconceived notions about what they're going to say. You can't assume anything. You can't put any judgments. You just have to listen. And this involves not interrupting. You have to let them finish their point. If you do interrupt, make sure it's only to clarify what they're saying. You have to keep an open mind. As I said before, don't put any judgments on it. Listen to them. You'll have your time later on to assess the situation and see what it all meant. And once again, ask questions to ensure you understood. So at the end of the conversation, can follow the format as, so I think your problem is, or what you're telling me is blank. This gives you a chance to show that you're listening and for the tenant to see if they got the message across, and to give them another chance to tell you the message. After you listen, you have to act. Immediately, you have to document what the tenant said. This is a little bit of CYA, and it also helps you not forget any details. You have to research. This involves going into the tenant files, seeing if it's our responsibility as a landlord or if the tenant's responsible for it. And you have to always respond in a timely manner. This means immediately putting in work orders, making sure that the maintenance field knows that they have to do something. And if something is going to take a lot of time, it means constantly reaching out to the tenant and letting them know that you're working on it, that you haven't forgotten that this is called the boilerplate response. You keep them, the boilerplate response. You keep them on the back burner, that you don't forget about them. You constantly update them, but you buy yourself a little bit of time. And most importantly, you have to customize customer service. No 2 issues are ever the same. 2 different tenants can have their conditioner broken, but it's important that you don't assume that you know how you're going to fix it. You have to approach every issue like it's never happened before. This helps the tenant feel like they're not a face, just another face in the crowd, and that you're paying special attention to them. Most importantly, you have to leave the tenant satisfied. You have to let them know that you've heard their concerns. You have to let them know how the issue was fixed, and if it wasn't fixed, why. And instead of just saying we can't fix your issue, you can give them suggestions such as vendors that they can reach out to, or you can see how else their space is working out for them. And you also have to make sure that they know that you weren't forced to help them. You wanted to help them. Because it's so important for the tenant to believe that you're always there for them. Okay. So I'm going to answer why Christmas lights are important. When the tenant reached out to us demanding Christmas lights, she wasn't really looking for Christmas lights. She was concerned about the safety of her building since many floodlights were out. She just didn't say it immediately. Because the customer service rep, Conrad Johnson, listened to her, he was able to get that information from her. He was able to act immediately, fix the floodlights, fix the wiring, and she walked away happy. She didn't get her Christmas lights, but she was happy. So Christmas lights are important because they matter and because there is something else behind it.